everyone. In this video, we will be talking about magnificent metros. We will be discussing two metro projects, that is Delhi Metro and Pune Metro. Talking about Delhi Metro. Delhi Metro have various color-coded lines such as red, green, blue, yellow, etc. running throughout Delhi. Delhi Metro was constructed in three phases. Phase 1 having a completion cost of 10,541 crore rupees. Phase 2 having a completion cost of 11,783 crore rupees. And Phase 3 having a completion cost of whopping 41,079 crore rupees. The construction of Delhi Metro project started in 1996, with Phase 2 being completed in 2011 and Phase 3 yet to be completed in December 2020. The metro project is built by DMRC, Delhi Metro Railway Corporation, and is funded by JICA, Government of India, Government of Delhi, and etc. Now talking about Pune Metro. Pune Metro currently have two lines. Line 1 covering 14 stations from PCMC to Swargate, and Line 2 covering 16 stations from Vanas to Ramwadi. The estimated completion cost of Pune Metro is 11,420 crore rupees. The project construction started in December 2016 and is estimated to be completed in 2021. The project is built by Metro Rail Corporation Limited or Mahametro and have various contractors such as Tata Glenmark, URC Constructions, NCC, etc. Due to this whole pandemic situation, the construction of Pune Metro have slowed down. But the authorities are very optimistic and they believe that they will be able to complete the project in 2020.
A stakeholder is a party that has interest in a business or either can be affected or affects the business. The primary stakeholders includes the employers, the owners, the investors, the suppliers, etc. There are two types of stakeholders: internal stakeholders and external stakeholders. Internal stakeholders includes the owners, the investors, and the employees. The external stakeholders include the suppliers, creditors, and the public groups. DMRC is a company with equal equity from the state government of Delhi and the Indian government. DMRC was given the full authority to hire people for the project and decide on tenders. It then decided to hire Hong Kong MTRC as a technical consultant. The stakeholders for DMRC are the employees working for the organization, the engineers that were hired for this project, the contractors involved in supply of the raw material, and also not last but not the least, the customers who are going to use this metro for their commute.
Hello, I'll be explaining the scopes of the respective project. So starting with Delhi Metro project, currently there are three phases ongoing and the new phase 4 is being planned and is expected to be executed by 2025. It will add additional 103 kilometers to the current network along with 72 new stations. Currently the metro runs on electricity. So DMRC is planning to decrease its carbon footprint and hence reduce its CO2 emission. Under that, so far it has registered three projects. First is regenerative braking project, next model shift project, and the MRTS POI project with UNFCCC. So now moving on to Pune Metro, it is expected to reduce the traffic by 50 to 70%. The major scopes include to ensure 2+2 traffic lanes, then parking provisions near the metro station, then integration with other transport modes, then implementation of station influence zone in order to restrict the street parking along with hawking, and also synchronization of traffic signals after the implementation of Pune Metro. So that's it with the scopes. Thank you.
I would be talking today about the budget of Delhi Metro as well as Pune Metro. So starting off with Delhi Metro, it was divided into three phases. The capital expenditure of phase 1 and phase 2 together was around rupees 4.1 billion. In the phase 1, around 60% of the amount was given as soft loan from Japan. For the phase 3, the capital expenditure was expected to be 187 billion rupees. Additionally, rupees 19,500 crores was allocated by the MRTS, that is Mass Rapid Transit System. Now talking about the budget of Pune Metro, For the financial year 15-16, the state government allocated a sum of rupees 174 crores, while the central government allocated a sum of rupees 124 crores. This budget raised high hopes for the metro project, but then it failed to keep the momentum. For the year 15-16, a sum of rupees 10 crores was allocated by the central government, while a sum of rupees 46 crores was allocated by the state government, and a total of rupees 130 crores was allocated for the Pune and Nagpur metro project. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am going to talk about the quality sector of the Delhi and the Pune metro. External independent teams were assigned to ensure the quality control of the complete project. Several multinational engineering corporations from Japan, France, Australia worked on the project. This included wearing the complete protection of the workplace. ISO 14001, OHSAS 18001 are the two certifications which the metro department has obtained. While talking about the Delhi metro, it has the latest and the best technology in the world. The tracks are constructed at a feet of 10 feet high from the ground level with concrete slabs. Slab tracks are used to minimize the maintenance cost, reduce vibration, which provides the passengers a safer and a comfort journey. Thank you.
Delhi Metro's construction started in 1998. The first line was constructed in 2002. The yellow line was started, its functioning in 2004. The phase 1 with 3 lines started in 2006 and the phase 2 in 2011. As of March 2020, the phase 4 is finishing stage. Now I will be talking about Pune Metro's timeline. So Pune Metro started in 2019. The foundation was led by Dr. P.M. Narendra Modi. For the line 1, 2 and 3, the line 1 and 2 are operational by 2021 and the line 3 construction started in January 2020.
Delhi Metro is the second oldest metro network in India, covers 385 kilometers and 285 stations in India. Delhi Metro covers Delhi and its satellites area like Gurgaon, Faridabad also. Delhi Metro is fully functional after pandemic after 21st of September. And talking about the Pune Metro is under construction and Pune Metro will be operational in 2021.
So now we're going to talk about the risk management in a project. Risk is a very important factor which has to be taken into account when you are managing a project. Now when we talk about a metro project, the risk involved is very high. The risk of life of workers is very important and has to be managed very properly. So it is very important to give them safety equipment gears, insurance for the workers.
All this risk has to be properly assessed and all the necessary precautions should be taken. There are also other risks such as political risk which can also impact the projects.
So talking about the communication for the Pune Metro, the contractor plays a very important role. Basically, when several agencies for different sub-work of the project work together on the project site, the contractor plays a very important role in the form of coordination. Whereas for the Delhi Metro, the project team members were important stakeholders and effective communication methodologies were adopted. To build a positive project image, mass media communication were adopted by the Delhi Metro. Also, they conducted programs to educate the people about the correct and responsible use of the metro services. As a result, they were awarded with a relevant environmental certificate. This project is an example of effective communication strategies that they have contributed towards making a successful urban infrastructure project. Thank you.